Your vibration is at a very high level, whether you think it is or not. Your perspective of yourself in your reality is extremely high. In fact, it's the highest it's ever been in your life or any past life. You've had a great deal of ascension in this life. You've gone through what you would call a lot to get here. But as you know, everything worked out perfectly. Every experience you ever had, the time and date of your birth, the place of your birth, the society, family you were born into, all led perfectly to this moment in time. The culmination of every experience you've ever had, the culmination of the past lives you've had, the family history, all the parents and grandparents and great grandparents, all leading up to this moment in time. Where you exist now is a extremely high perspective. Whether you've been paying attention to this information, studying something else, whatever you've done to get yourself here, it's all worked out perfectly. And you well know that. The idea that you might be the creator of your reality is something new to many of you. To create your reality from the perspective of someone living with an illusion would be to snap your fingers and manifest anything you think you want. But you have to remember that your perspective now, as high as it is nothing compared to where it will be in a day, a week, a month, a year, 5 years from now. Your perspective is always elevating. It elevates through experience. Each and every experience you've ever had has elevated your perspective enough so that you could be here now, contemplating questions, thinking differently, considering that you might be the creator of your reality, that things might be working out for you, that you live in a benevolent environment with no need to protect yourself, realizing that the outside conditions don't actually make you feel anything. It's your reaction to those conditions which derive the feeling. And if you choose to see your conditions, yourself, the people in your life from a high perspective in love, you will feel better because you'll be perceiving your reality more accurately. Those occasions where you dip a bit, where you think something wrong or bad might happen, is happening, did happen, well, that's fine because this is an environment of exploration. This is an environment of context. This is an environment where you get to think about things in a new way and grow from that, grow from those experiences. But as you are moving forward, just remember that your perspective, your vibration, your view of yourself within your reality will only go higher from here. You might run into things from time to time that divert your focus. You might judge things, consider things could be better than they are. You might consider that you lack something. You might feel off here and there. But this is just a temporary blip. Where you are all now, you're getting very good at getting back into alignment, getting back into how you choose to feel despite the conditions, despite the people, despite what's going on in your community, your country, or the world itself. You have to take a bit of time to realize that this did not happen overnight, that this was planned, it was anticipated, intentions were set prior to your birth, prior to many births. And it's all leading to this time of awakening, where you get to really think about things freely, choose your beliefs. They are no longer required by society. You are free to choose any belief. And if you choose an empowering belief over a limiting belief, you'll experience more joy, more love, more of what you truly want. There is nothing to fear in this reality. In fact, every single thing you truly want is on the other side of your fears. And so to have an experience is to give yourself the opportunity to shift your perspective, because you will never be put into any experience that doesn't have vital information that will change your perspective of yourself in your reality. However, if you think it's wrong or bad, if you think it should be better, if you have trepidation going into it and have a preconceived ideal of what any experience should be, and it turns out to be different than that, you will lose access to the information in that experience. Conversely, if you see any experience as perfect, as designed for you, as happening to enrich your life, your mental construct, your perspective, and your vibration, you will gain the information. In this information, there's a lot to consider. When you experience something brand new, such as the activations, something you have never had experience with before, and it sounds like something should be different than it is, or maybe the voices or the tones or whatever it is should be different than it is. And you say, I would correct that, or I would choose a different music, or I would make it longer or shorter. You're missing the information in the event. But if you realize that experience, that event was set up perfectly for you, perfectly in every fiber of its beingness, every grain of sand, every freckle, every blade of grass was there to support you in seeing yourself from a higher perspective. This is the only thing that will ever matter. Because as you see yourself from a higher perspective, you can do it. You can have it. You can be it. There's nothing off limits. It's all derived from your mental construct, from your set of beliefs. And through experiences, through action, you will elevate or expand that belief system. That belief system is the only thing that's keeping you limited in any way. As you allow that belief system to expand, you live a more limitless life. You have more experiences. You do more, be more, manifest more. This is the life that you wanted to live. This is the life you intended to live. Not hiding away, not worrying about what will happen in the future, not playing it safe or small, but going out there and shaking things up and living a life beyond anything you could imagine, the unimaginable. And with that, we'd like to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about. Who'd like to start?